What if I told you that one man didn't just win football's greatest rivalry, but quietly rose above every athlete of his era, across every sport on the planet?
When Messi has the ball, 1-1-1, you are dead.
What if I told you that Lionel Messi now stands ahead of Tom Brady, LeBron James, Michael Phelps, Serena Williams, and Usain Bolt in a global ranking of greatness?
Remember the name, Lionel Messi.
It sounds impossible. It sounds exaggerated. It sounds like the kind of headline designed to start arguments and split comment sections in half. But it's real. A major international ranking of the greatest athletes of the first quarter of the 21st century placed Messi at number 1.
I hear many times, that guy is like Messi, that guy is like Messi, that guy is like Messi. It's not possible.
Not just in football, in all of sport. And the shock doesn't come from seeing Messi's name at the top. The shock comes from what that placement forces us to confront. Because this ranking isn't about popularity. It isn't about marketing power or social media reach. It isn't even just about trophies. It's about impact, longevity, pressure, and what it truly means to dominate an era. Suddenly, a question that once felt emotional now feels unavoidable. Are we talking about the greatest footballer of all time? Or are we witnessing something even bigger, something rarer, something that transcends sport itself? To understand why this moment feels so heavy, you have to look at who stands behind him. Tom Brady, the face of American football, who rewrote the rules of what longevity means in the NFL. Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian in history, who turned swimming into a personal showcase of human limits. Serena Williams, whose dominance reshaped tennis and culture at the same time. Usain Bolt, who made the 100 meters feel like a global event that stopped time. These athletes ruled their worlds. They defined their sports. And yet, above them all, sits a boy from Rosario who was once told he was too small to succeed. The weight of that contrast is impossible to ignore. Lionel Messi's story has been told countless times, but it never loses its power.
Messi is he's a fantastic guy, he's a fantastic player. He's in the history of football.
A child with extraordinary talent and fragile health leaves Argentina for Barcelona, carrying not just a dream, but an entire family's future. At La Masia, he grows into something no one could fully predict. Not just a great player, but a force that bends the game around him. Year after year, season after season, Messi doesn't just perform. He sustains excellence in a sport that consumes careers quickly and unforgivingly. Football does not forgive weakness. It magnifies failure. It devours legends the moment they slip. And yet Messi didn't slip. For nearly 2 decades, he remained the reference point, the standard, the player everyone measured themselves against. This is where comparisons become dangerous, but also necessary. Because unlike many athletes on that list, Messi does not compete in isolation. He doesn't step onto a track alone. He doesn't swim in a lane untouched by others. He doesn't control every variable. Football is chaos. It's teammates, tactics, injuries, coaches, referees, form, confidence, and moments that can change everything in seconds. And still, within that chaos, Messi created order. He found space where none existed. He delivered consistency in a game defined by unpredictability. That alone elevates his case beyond numbers. For years, the debate was framed as Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo, 2 giants pushing each other to unimaginable heights, 2 careers intertwined in a rivalry that fueled modern football. Ronaldo, a physical phenomenon, a symbol of ambition, power, and relentless self-belief. Messi, the quiet genius, the natural, the player who seemed to operate on instinct rather than effort. They split the world. They split fans. They split history. But now, with distance and perspective, something has shifted. In this global ranking, Ronaldo appears in 10th place, behind athletes like Kobe Bryant and Simone Biles. And suddenly, the rivalry feels less symmetrical. Not because Ronaldo wasn't great, but because Messi's impact reached somewhere deeper. The ranking reveals something uncomfortable. Greatness is no longer just about winning. It's about how you win, how long you last, and what you leave behind. Messi didn't just collect trophies. He shaped an entire era of football. He changed how the game is played, how it's taught, how it's analyzed. Young players didn't want to be strong like defenders or fast like wingers. They wanted Messi's touch, his vision, his ability to decide games without shouting, without posturing, without demanding attention. In a world that rewards noise, Messi mastered silence. There were moments when his legacy seemed fragile. Lost finals with Argentina, heartbreaking defeats, a nation questioning its greatest talent. For years, the World Cup felt like the missing piece, the one argument that critics clung to. And Messi carried that weight publicly, painfully. He retired from the national team, returned, failed again, and stood back up. Those moments matter, because greatness isn't built only in victory. It's forged in response to disappointment. When Messi finally lifted the Copa America, and later the World Cup in Qatar, it didn't feel like redemption. It felt like release, not just for him, but for millions who had watched his journey unfold in real time. The World Cup win wasn't just another trophy. It was the closing of a circle that began decades earlier. A boy who left home to chase a dream returned as a leader, not through speeches, but through example. In Qatar, Messi wasn't the fastest or the strongest. He was the calm center of a storm. Every touch carried meaning. Every movement felt deliberate. It was football at its purest and at its most emotional. And when the final whistle blew, the debate shifted forever. What makes this ranking even more striking is the timing. Messi is still playing. He is still influencing matches. He is still shaping narratives. While many athletes on the list are remembered for what they were, Messi is judged for what he continues to be. That matters. Because sustaining relevance in the modern sports world is harder than ever. Attention moves fast. Narratives change quickly. And yet Messi remains central, without trying to be. There is also something deeply human about his legacy. He never chased the spotlight. He never built a persona larger than the game. He let football speak for him. In an era defined by branding and self-promotion, that restraint feels almost radical. His influence wasn't forced. It was earned. Generations grew up watching him not because he demanded attention, but because he deserved it. When you look at the rest of the ranking, the names form a hall of fame of modern sport. Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic turning tennis into an epic trilogy. Tiger Woods transforming golf into global entertainment. Lewis Hamilton and Michael Schumacher redefining Formula One. Stephen Curry changing the geometry of basketball. Floyd Mayweather dominating boxing with precision and control. Shohei Ohtani rewriting what's possible in baseball. Patrick Mahomes shaping the future of the NFL. These are giants, legends. And yet Messi stands above them not because he was better at his sport than they were at theirs, but because his sport demanded more from him. Football is the most watched, most analyzed, most criticized sport on earth. Every mistake is replayed endlessly. Every failure becomes a headline. Every success raises expectations even higher. Messi lived inside that pressure cooker for over 20 years. Coaches changed. Systems evolved. Teammates came and went. The game itself transformed. And through it all, Messi adapted. He evolved from winger to playmaker to leader. He survived the collapse of one era and became the bridge to another. That adaptability is rare. That resilience is exceptional. This is why the ranking feels less like an opinion and more like a statement of record. It captures something many felt but struggled to articulate. That we weren't just watching a great footballer, we were witnessing a standard being set. A benchmark for what sustained excellence looks like when everything is working against you. And this is where it becomes personal. Because Messi wasn't just a player we watched. He was a presence in our lives. He was there during school years, during first jobs, during heartbreaks and celebrations. Matches were scheduled around him. Evenings revolved around his games. There was always that feeling, that quiet anticipation when the ball reached his feet. The sense that something special could happen at any second. That feeling is impossible to quantify. No statistic captures it. No ranking fully explains it. One day, people will ask what it was like to watch Messi play. And highlights won't be enough. Goals won't be enough. We'll have to explain the silence before the magic, the collective pause, the belief that you were about to witness something you might never see again. That's what separates legends from icons, and icons from phenomena. Football will continue. New stars will rise. New debates will rage. Someone else will score more goals in a season. Someone else will lift trophies. But what won't return is that exact feeling, that blend of inevitability and surprise, that calm dominance, that quiet authority. Messi showed the world that greatness doesn't need to be loud, that leadership doesn't need theatrics, that influence can be gentle and still absolute. So when this ranking places Messi at the top, it's not ending a debate. It's reframing it. It's asking us to rethink how we define greatness in sport. Is it about power or persistence? Is it about control or creativity? Is it about winning fast or lasting long? Messi's career suggests a different answer. That greatness is about enduring excellence under constant pressure, about elevating others, about changing the game without ever needing to announce it. And maybe that's why this moment feels so significant, because it forces us to acknowledge that we are living through history, not remembering it. Messi doesn't need to win anything else to justify his place. He already changed the scale. Rankings will come and go. Arguments will never end, but some truths settle quietly over time. And this one is settling now. So the question remains, and it's one that will echo long after the final whistle of his career. Is Lionel Messi simply the greatest footballer of all time? Or have we been watching the greatest athlete of the modern era unfold right in front of us? Leave your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation worth having. And if you want more stories that go beyond the scoreboard and into the soul of sport, subscribe to the channel. Because some legacies aren't just measured, they're felt.